Hello and thank you for watching my channel. Today we are going to be discussing a few different things. The If This Then That, which is IFTTT.com, and the recipes and channels, along with the Amazon Echo Alexis and how that works. But first, let's look at the If This Then That.com and the recipes, channels, and what it can do for you. I mean, we're very busy. People are busy. You don't have time to do things necessarily, and you want to automate things. For example, it'd be so nice if you can tell a machine or something called Amazon Echo to order you a pizza, or to turn off the lights or turn them on or dim them, change the color, um, you know, fetch my recent documents, or give them a command to store text messages in um, a spreadsheet on Google Drive, or to save any image that you're tagged in on Facebook into a Dropbox folder. And you'll see with If This Then That, you can do that very simply, and it does it automatically. You can track your mileage. Basically anything you want to do is available, and you can also create your own recipes. So let's start by talking a little bit about If This and That. It's basically a free web-based service, allows you to create chains of simple conditional statements, which are called recipes, and are triggered based on changes to other web services, such as that in Gmail, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. So it revolves a lot around social media applications, as well as you'll see hardware and software applications such as home automation and that. Um, an example recipe, for example, as we said before, might consist of sending an email message if the IFTTT user tweets using a certain hashtag, or if the user is tagged by someone on Facebook, then that photo will be added to user's cloud-based photo archive, for example, on Dropbox. Or you can set up a If This Then That to notify your um, significant other, that you left work and you're on your way home. So by using your phone number, your address where you work, it basically triggers that when you leave that area, it triggers a text message to be sent, or email to your significant other, notify them that you are on your way home and you've left work. So it can work to your advantage in that, and they can call you and say, don't forget to pick up something. So all right, so it can help you in everyday life. So let's look first at the following concepts, and you see here on the screen we have my recipes, we have browse, channels. So channels are the basic building blocks of this, and they mainly describe a series of data from certain web services such as YouTube or eBay. It also describes some actions controlled by certain APIs like text messaging or SMS, and it could represent information in like weather or stocks, because you may want to automatically be notified of certain weather conditions if it's raining outside, and you can tell this web-based service to notify you when such and such happens. Triggers are this part of the recipe, and these are the items that trigger the action. So for an example, if you have an RSS feed, you can receive a notification based on a keyword or phrase. Basically, actions are that part of a recipe. So if this then that, and they are the output that results from the input of the trigger. And recipes are the predicates made from triggers and actions. So for example, if you like any picture in Instagram, which is a trigger, the photo will be sent to your Dropbox account. So if you like it by tapping it, at least on an Android phone, it'll be automatically sent to your Dropbox account, which is the action. So you can pretty much do anything you want. Ingredients are basic data made available from a trigger. So the data available from the email trigger includes the subject, the body, attachment, receive date, and the sender's address. So looking at the channels. There's over 302 channels, which may include such titles as, and we'll go through these, new and noteworthy blogging, business, commerce, connected car, connected home, which is a huge area of giving commands to actions, to turning on lights, changing your temperature in your house, just by basically telling it what to do. DIY electronics, fitness and wearables, your Fitbit, lifestyle, mobile, music, news and sports. So say I want to know my favorite team's score after the game's over or during the game. You can tell ESPN to send you a notification of the score when the game's over, because you may be at work, can't check on it. Photos and videos. This is another area: productivity, security and monitoring systems, and social networking. So let's start by doing this. We can take a look at some of the recipes that I've created myself. All right, one of them is if recipes run automatically in the background. So if I have a new blog post in Blogger, it's going to automatically paste it to Facebook. Okay. And basically, when you connect and create a new recipe, it's going to ask you to authorize it to access your Blogger account, if you have one, and then your Facebook account. So if there's a new blog post I've created, then it'll post on Twitter. So this is good for people who work in marketing and need automatic social media actions to take place, because these can be very, very time consuming. One of the big things is people always want to save their text messages. They want to save what people emails are different. You can see them, save them. Text messages. So I've created one, save new text you receive in a Google spreadsheet. So if you don't know what Google spreadsheet is, you can go on over to Google Drive. And how do you do that? I'll show you quickly. I go to google.com. I maneuver over here up to the right hand corner, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to Drive, and it automatically create a folder here. For example, I had receipts, orders, and invoices. So anything I receive from my email, receipts, orders, and invoices, it would save it there. Gmail attachments. Okay, so I've also created one if I leave my place of work, my partner gets a message, an SMS, that I've left work. Also, as I showed you, if I receive a receipt or an order invoice in my email, it's then going to save that into Google Drive. All right, and also it's going to save all my Gmail attachments to Dropbox, which is great. If you want to access attachments easily. So these are commands that you can create that pretty much go on forever, and it makes it simple. It makes life simple. You can, tell it to pretty much do anything to notify you when you have an event taking place, etc. Let's click on the Do here. The Do, control the world around you with Do buttons. Okay, and again, you can access this on the App Store or on Google Play, and you do need to download it and store it. So we go to Browse, and if you see here, they have recipes for on Hub Router, presented by Google, then recipes for the home. So anyone who's into the smart home technology, which I am, and I am slowly but surely getting that going. A lot of people, have the light switches, have the light bulbs, have the smart rain sprinkler sprinkler system, which I have, the rain machine that does connect with if this then that. So recipes for the home, and you can see certain ones that you can select from, and this works on Alexa, which is the Amazon Echo, or the other devices on Amazon. So you can actually tell Alexa, trigger Nest to 72 degrees. So what is that doing? Well, Nest is a smart technology thermostat, which you can pick up any store like Lowe's or Home Depot or on Amazon or on the internet. And basically that is a connected thermostat. And Alexa, once you create this, if this then that, you're going to have to connect to Alexa, and you're going to have to connect to the Nest, and you can tell it to trigger Nest to 72 degrees. So you can see here, Alexa, trigger Nest to 72 degrees will set your Nest thermostat to your favorite temperature. You can adjust temperature below as well. Visit anything.co, discover the best new smart devices. So you'll connect your Alexa channel and your Nest thermostat, and it will ask you to log in and so on. That's an example of that. You could also have it so that when you leave your home, lights will turn on or off when you arrive home. If you want lights to turn on in a certain room, you can do that. So turn your lights on when you arrive home. This is if you arrive home. So basically it's going to utilize maps, then turn your lights on. That's the Who, okay, or the Hue, and you're going to have to connect to the Philips Hue channel. So let's go to channels now and look at all the different channels they have. Very interesting, a lot of different things you can do, and I would browse on here if I was you, and you can see how many different things are possible. If you're an Android user, if you're a iOS user, you can find something for you. So these are new and noteworthy. Instagram, so if you're an Instagram user, let's take a look at what they have on Instagram. Different commands. So first you can connect your Instagram account, and then the popular Instagram recipes. So you set it, and that's it. It goes. So for example, you can share your Instagram pics as native Twitter photos, automatically share new Instagram photos to Flickr, and so on and so forth. Save your Instagram photos to Dropbox. So you can go through and see all the different recipes for the Instagram. Okay. Now let's go to a different section. You have blogging. I did show you some examples before. So if I am connected to Blogger, so basically if I create a new blog post, I want it to connect and share my new blog post to Twitter or Facebook. And this saves me the trouble of having to use a social media like Hootsuite or that to automatically do it myself and create hashtags and so on. You could also set it automatically to create Twitter lists based on a hashtag that you set. Okay, so then you have your business. I'm not using anything in there right now, or in commerce, but you can take a look at that. Connected car, BMW Labs, Dash, Mojo, connected home. So I am using a lot of these in here. I'll show you, for example, one of the ones I am using. That's because I do have that. If you do have like any of the new fancy washer and dryer sinks from Samsung or from LG, the Nest Protect, the Nest thermostat, anything from the Nest, or the Ratio, which is for weather, and the rain machine, which I have from weather. I'll show you this. So the rain machine, I have another video on the rain machine. Excellent device. The one I have takes care of 8 zones of sprinkler systems. So you can set it to do certain things, or if this then that. So if you have Alexa, again that's the Amazon Echo, you can tell Alexa to water your lawn using rain machine. So I can be sitting in my living room, dining room, kitchen, and say, Alexa, turn on rain machine, water the lawn, and it will do it. Okay. You can set it to start watering using rain machine on high temperatures. Alright, so that's going to use a different hardware and command. And you can start a program on rain machine as well. So, and there's many more recipes you can browse, but let's go back to channels. I want to look at a few others which may be of interest to you. And you can search channels as well. So again, that's the socials, the business, commerce, connected car, and it's connected home. So basically I also had started purchasing SmartThings, which is from Samsung. These are different devices around the house. I have the light switch, and I'm working on getting several other things. And you can, go to shop SmartThings and you can see all the different devices they have. I'll show you quickly what they have and control, like we are here. Um, and again, no contracts with these things. Essentially, you need the hub. That's the most important part, because that's where you're going to be basically connecting to. That connects to your router. Then you have kits, which have a small number of devices. It's $249. What types of things you have in there? Well, you have the hub. Then you have two multi-purpose sensors, so that can monitor whether doors, windows, cabinets, or your garage are open or closed. So it's like a security system in a way. Motion sensor monitor movement in your home, an outlet to control lights, electronics, and small appliances. So that replaces your standard outlet in your home, and you can control these things and give commands to your Amazon Echo, Alexis, and basically turn on the coffee pot, and you're just talking it, and it's amazing. So this home automation thing is really good, and it's getting more powerful, and there's a wide array of devices now that you can choose from. With the SmartThings home monitoring kit, you can monitor secure your home more affordably than previously. You had monthly payments and that. You can get immediate alerts, and you can control your home from the palm of your hand, basically. And that's what's so great about these things. So let's go back to this here, and some of the popular SmartThing recipes. One of them is "Let me in." You can check into your house with a hashtag to unlock your door. So you've seen some of the smart doors that work on Bluetooth or work on Z-Wave, and this you can do that on actually you ride home. So certain lights in the home will go on when you are sensed to be in the home, and that's based on sensors, also on location. Have SmartThings call your phone if moisture is detected. So you can have a moisture sensor in a certain area. My friend has his near his hot water heater in case it starts leaking, and he can be notified immediately for that before it goes and floods his house. You also have the smoke detector and carbon monoxide detectors, which are great as well. That's probably one of the next ones I will be purchasing. So after we go through the Connect Homes, then you have your DIY electronics. I haven't got involved in any of these. Fitness and wearables. I don't have any of these devices, but the Fitbit. Let's take a look, because I know a lot of people, including my own family, have the Fitbit. Different things you can do. I don't think a lot of people know about if this, then that, especially if you're not into new trends in technology and that. But here's some of the statements you can do if this, then that. So say Fitbit sleep logs to Google Spreadsheet. I mean, this is great. This is great. I mean, you want data is important. You want to save the data, especially things in emails, things that these devices are doing. Haven't achieved your daily goal, getting if notification. So get a notification if you haven't reached your daily fitness goals. Document your daily activity in Google Spreadsheet. Receive a summary of your week's physical activity. And this could be good, especially if you're trying to get back fit again, get back in good health, and you want to monitor how much or how little you're doing, and you could be notified of that. So there is some good potential here. Again, there's more channels being added all the time. And these are just some of the ones that I've looked at and used. Any of your lifestyle, weather is one of them, and mobile. So your Android battery, Android device, Android location. So this is one of the ones that I've actually connected to. And basically the location channel is native Android channel that allows recipes to use information from cellular, Wi-Fi, GPS networks to determine your approximate location. So basically it'll notify me when I'm home, and I know I'm home, but you can track how much time you spend at a certain location, turning your lights when you're near your home, message your partner when you leave work, as we talked about. Okay, so these are really cool. We'll go back to channels, and we'll take a look at some of the other ones that we have here. And again, this is a quick run through, but I just want to introduce if this then that to some of the people that may not be familiar with it. YouTube is another good one under photos and videos. Okay, and then you have your news and sports, music, which we'll go through now. You have also we should look quickly at I'm not an iOS user, but we'll look at the iOS reminders. So Reminders is an application for iOS and iOS X that allows you to set notifications for yourself and create to-do lists. So essentially, you can emails you label to do get added to an iOS reminder list. You can log all of my completed goals in Google Calendar. So it integrates with several different things. You can email your boss when you add reminders to your work list. All your new reminders in one Google Drive spreadsheet can be saved there as well. So again, let's go back. And next I want to take a look at the sports, because I know a lot of people are into sports, and they need to know the scores. So let's go down on to the news and sports. So let's go to ESPN. So basically what you can do here is you can use the ESPN channel to follow breaking news from ESPN's top writers and analysts and get updates on your favorite sports teams. Okay. Keep a simple spreadsheet of your favorite team's final scores. So if your team's favorite score is reported, it'll keep a spreadsheet of that. How about this? Flashlights with every in-game update from your favorite team. That's great. So this uses your smart home technology and updates from ESPN. Tweet the final scores for your favorite sports team. So this, you're going to be connecting your ESPN to your Twitter account. Send NBA breaking news to pockets. So you get the idea. Get final scores for your favorite team via if notifications. Okay, so it's pretty self-explanatory there. All right, let's go back and take a look now at some of the last different areas that we want to look at. And we have news and sports, which we were looking at. We have photos and videos. So this is one of the ones we were talking about earlier. Let's go to YouTube, since that's pretty widely used. Okay, so some of the popular YouTube recipes: share your YouTube videos you like on Tumblr, save videos in Pocket, added to your watch later playlist, post your YouTube uploads to Facebook page. So that's something I'd be interested in doing, and I may want to do that. Save all your liked videos in a spreadsheet, so it'll essentially save a list of them. Okay, and that's good for data is important, especially if you're like me and you have a YouTube channel and you're creating videos that you're monetizing. So okay, let's go now and look at another area: productivity. So this again is important to me. I want to look at Google Calendar specifically, because notifications are real important. Google Calendar is a free time management web application by Google. Here are some of the popular recipes. Never forget where you visited. I think that's good. Whenever you add a new contact, mark it in your Google Calendar. Make an Evernote journal based on your Google Calendar. Log all my completed goals in Google Calendar. Add your Facebook status updates to Google Calendar. Every day at 6 a.m., add today's weather report to my calendar. So that's pretty cool. You could also browse more recipes from Google Calendar. And you can also, it integrates into Amazon Echo, and you can tell Alexa to tell me my today's agenda, what you have to do today. And it will remind you just by asking. So, great technology. So that's Google Calendar within productivity. Then Dropbox, which I am connected to, and I utilize that for essentially saving any attachments that are sensed in my email. It saves it to Dropbox. Also, I can save a copy of new photos I take to Dropbox. So this is another way to set backups. Every phone basically will allow you to have Google Photos and that, but this is just another way to choose yourself where you want to back up, so you can sync new files, add to Dropbox, to Google Drive, and so forth. So this is a great tool. I think everybody should try. I wouldn't worry too much about your privacy if that's a concern to you. But the simplicity of this and the amount of time you can save. You may want to go and purchase the Amazon Echo. Again, you can get it at so many different stores. Actually, on Amazon today, it's won't be until May 21st, interestingly. But always ready, connected, and just ask basically. So you can see the SmartThings, the U Phillips, Domino's. You can tell it to order a pizza from Domino's, Uber, Audible. You got your Google Calendar, iHeartRadio, and Pandora, and so on. So this is actually something I don't have, but I plan on buying it, and I plan on telling Amazon Echo what I want, what I need it to do, and it will do it. And that includes controlling my home, my smart home. Okay. Ring is another device I have. I use the Ring.com device, and let me tell you, if I could recommend any cameras or doorbells, I would go with the Ring.com doorbell and stick up video, as it's great. I mean, you could be at work, you can be in bed, and somebody shows up your house, and you could answer the door, speak to them, you can see them, and you could just tell them, I can't come down right now, just leave it there. That way you don't miss any packages, or it's good for security as well. So I will end up connecting my Ring, and essentially here are some of the Ring recipes. If someone is at your door, turn off your music. Pretty cool. Tell the hashtag general channel when someone's at the door. Turn on lights when there is motion at my door. So that's another notification. If you don't hear it and you're sitting in a room, you can set it to turn on certain lights, or you can blank all the lights. You can log the times I have visitors to a daily digest. When there's motion at my doorbell, mark it on Google Calendar. Toggle the lights on off when there is motion at my door. So a lot of, again, integration with different hardware, software for security purposes as well. And as you look through this, you'll find more and more different things you can do, and you'll be, I think, quite amazed by it. You can write your own programs as well to do certain things. So let's go further down, and this is productivity. And we already looked at several of these, but the SMS is another one, and you can connect your SMS. So say you want to have, text me Wikipedia's word of the day, or the daily morning forecast, or if an email is labeled with hashtag IFTTT, send me a message. If water level is low for home's humidifier, which is a certain humidifier, then send me a text message. So you can basically send notifications to yourself based on the smart electronics you have. If Mr. Coffee needs to run a cleaning cycle, notify me. I mean, this is great. Basically, it's replacing your brain. I mean, we're so busy these days with so much work and so much going on. I mean, sometimes you need a reminder, and if this, then that, and certain things like Amazon Echo can help you with that. So great tool to use to your advantage. Security monitoring systems. Again, that includes the Ring, and you have all these other ones too, the Nest Cam. And I'm not familiar with all of them, but you can connect to them and create different if statements and actions. And this is social networking, so I'm connected to the Facebook, to Twitter, and so on. But you can look at some of the different tags. So let's look at Pinterest and see what you can do on here. This is a place to discover ideas for all your projects and interests. I do use Pinterest. So if you can pin your new Instagram photos to a board. So Instagram photos that you are sending out, they will automatically be pinned to a board that you create on Pinterest. Okay, so let's click on this, take a look, and essentially it's going to have to connect to your Instagram account and then also your Pinterest account, as you can see. Okay, and that's essential for any of these applications to run, or these recipes to run. So let's go back again and look at the rest and final areas. You can take your time and go through most of these. Twitter is another one that may be of interest to people, especially in the social media area. You can share your Instagram pics as native Twitter photos. You can save every tweet. You can share new links you post on Facebook to Twitter. So this basically is a social media tool in itself, okay? And it makes you more productive without actually doing anything. So it saves you a lot of time. Now there's one thing I want to look at. So say I have something I want to see if it's available recipe, and I'm interested in, for tax reasons, I want to be able to keep track of my mileage, okay, in my car. So I'm going to type in mileage, and let's see what comes up. Okay, so 13 recipes were found based on the words I put in. Record your mileage by emailing mileage and location every time you stop. All right, well, let's take a look at that. So record your mileage by emailing mileage and location every time you stop. So it's going to use the tags mileage, and then in the spreadsheet name mileage and subject body, drive folder path is mileage, and basically you can hit add, and then it'll ask you with more details. So I'm going to go back. I also want to look at the other ones as well. Run keeper mileage spreadsheet, automatic mileage. So I'm not familiar with this one, but we'll take a look. And remind me to track business mileage. Let's take a look at that and see what that's about. Useful for certain locations you frequent for business that you should be tracking mileage for. So remember to track your mileage for occurred at. So it'll basically ask you for probably a business address where you are, or different business locations you travel to. So again, this is by typing in a search for mileage. So keep a mileage log, track business mileage on Google Drive, spreadsheet by sending yourself a Gmail, and so forth. So I'm also going to type in something called Surfline. And anyone who surfs may find this interesting. So check this out. You're going to connect to your Surfline account and then to your Twitter account. Tweet to friends when the surf is over 2 feet high. And you can set this to anything you'd like. If your local spot has however many feet waves, get a surf report in your inbox. How about getting a phone call when your local spot has really good waves? I mean, that's just, I mean, I'm sure you'll know there's waves, but it's just cool that you can get a phone call when the local surf spot's going off. Alright, keep track of spots daily surf into a Google spreadsheet. Surf conditions, hashtag epic. Send your lights on a color loop. And that's pretty cool. So let's look at this one. Get a phone call when your local surf spot has really good surf. So again, you're going to have to connect to your Surfline account, and you're going to connect your phone call channel. So I'm not going to do that right now for privacy reasons, but again, you do see that it does exist. Then I want to look at if any of you considering purchasing the Amazon Echo. I'm going to type in the Amazon Echo and see the different types of commands and recipes that do come up. So what we'll type in Alexa. Alright, but first let's just show you this. Voice control your music. Again, these are some of the channels you got there. Alexa, play the Baldwin Bowl playlist. Alexa, turn it up. Alexa, shuffle my favorite playlist. So it does commands, and with the if this then that, again, it makes it even smarter. So let's go back here. Let's type in Alexa and see the different recipes and channels that do work with that. Okay. So 1080 recipes found. So when I add something to my Amazon Echo shopping list, add it to my iOS reminders. Alexa, send me my shopping list. So if you tell Alexa that, it'll send it to your Gmail. Alexa, find my phone. Add any item to your to-do list, and Alexa will adjust your temperature using Nest. Alexa, change the light color. So you can tell it to change the color. Find your phone. Turn on your TV using Amazon Alexa to-do list. Add Amazon Echo to-dos to Google Calendar. Keep a Google spreadsheet of songs you listen to on Echo. I mean, this is just pretty cool. Alexa, trigger Nest to 72 degrees. And, all these different recipes you can do, and there's more recipes, of course. And you can see from here all the different recipes. Print to HP wireless printer, your Amazon Echo shopping list. So this is really cool technology. Again, if this, then that. Very cool. And again, it's a free web-based service. Allows you to create chains of simple conditional statements called recipes and connect social media as well as cloud-based services, and basically simplify your life, and also connect to smart home technologies. So I suggest taking a look at it. It's free. If this then that, or IFTTT.com, and also taking a look at the Amazon Echo Alexa, and getting this today. Again, I also recommend the Rain Machine as well as a smart device for the sprinkler system. Very easy to install. I have a video on that, as well as the Ring.com doorbell ringer, as well as the stick-up cams, and all the SmartThings Samsung devices. Any questions, please comment, and thank you for watching this tutorial on If This Then That.